morning, Ainsley. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So why are college students flipping out like we see in some of those video pieces?
Oh my goodness. Well, there's lots of reasons for that. I think one reason is that college students are very emboldened by this idea of moral vigilantism. Right now, liberal millennials especially feel like they're on the right side of history, that they're defeating fascism, that they're standing up against this evil dictator. They don't see their riots and their protesting as division or as chaos or as vitriol or even as violence. They see it as doing the right thing. And I think that's honestly what makes it a little bit frightening, and that's why it's a little bit difficult to reason with them logically.
Why do they feel, Allie, entitled? Where does this come from? Who's responsible?
I think they feel entitled mostly because the past 8 years they've been able to get the things that they want. Then we had a candidate, Bernie Sanders, that said you deserve all of these things like free college. And then you have someone coming in, someone that they didn't vote for, someone who supposedly stands for things like bigotry and racism, all the things that millennials say that they stand against. And they feel entitled to speak up for this. Of course, we see the hypocrisy in this, that they're standing up for tolerance, they're standing up for love trumps hate, they're standing up apparently for freedom, but they're also using intolerance to shut down the freedom of other people's speech. And I think that's the scary duplicitous of them.
Right, they want tolerance until they realize that you don't agree with them. So what is your message to them
Exactly.
when they do call President Trump, when they say he's racist and they say that he doesn't understand them? What do you say to them?
I say, where are your facts? What are the actual policies that he has implemented or that he's planning to implement that you actually think are racist or unconstitutional? So much of what Donald Trump has done is well within his realm of discretion, his realm of authority, as is stated by the Constitution. And if they can come to me with actual facts of why Donald Trump is stepping outside of his bounds, that's one conversation. But just to re-quote sensationalized headlines that Donald Trump is enacting some Muslim ban because he doesn't like Muslim people, that's not good enough to me. There's not enough substance behind that.
Yeah, real quickly, shouldn't we expect this though, Allie? I mean, most college students are liberal. They've just gotten out of their parents' house. They haven't made that first paycheck yet. That's when usually they change as they get older and they start paying taxes. They realize they're paying a lot to the government. But shouldn't we expect this at this age?
Yeah, probably a little bit. I think it's worse than it was 8 years ago, even a few years ago. I mean, I was in college in 2012. There was an election then. I remember being disappointed that Barack Obama won. I don't remember rioting. I don't remember protesting. I don't remember calling people who voted for Barack Obama a bigot or, any other name like that. But I do think that there's also a shift in indoctrination of college professors. So I think rather than teaching students critical thinking skills and saying, okay, here's what the Constitution says, here's what the travel ban actually says, you can go and read it online, what do you think? They're saying, this is how you have to think, and if you don't think this way, you're going to be punished one way or another. And so I think that we see a lot of college-age millennials, that conservatism that you were talking about once you get the paycheck is deferred longer and longer, and it will be interesting to see what these college-age millennials will actually end up being like in a few years.
Allie, Beth, Stuckey, thanks for joining us. Goes by the Conservative